Hello, everyone, and welcome to Penny Workshops. It's the last week of Penny Workshops for this month. The time has been flying by, and I'm so excited to be here with you. My name is Roxanne. I'm the senior trainer here at Penny, and this workshop today is like no workshop we have ever done before at Penny. So I'm so glad you're here because we're going to be talking about how to really have those conversations with your customers that's going to continue that red carpet service. You know what's so interesting about everything about this is that this is such a critical time right now in your business for a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons being that we are right in that April-May time where the more you can do to stay in connection with your customers and have them using their products regularly, the more likely they are to also purchase in the summer. And you and I both know summertime can be a little bit interesting because people, if they're not locked in on using their products or buying from you on the regular, they tend to say, I'm going to take the summer off. Kids are in camp. I'm vacationing. And you're like, no, you need your products. So I'm really excited about what you're going to hear today. And today is the first time ever that I'm going to be giving you content, actual language. One of the things I've heard from a lot of you is that, hey, Roxanne, this is great. We love the tasks inside of Penny. We get it, but y'all aren't finishing the task. You're not completing the tasks. And the question for me was why? And some of you are like, I just don't know what to say. And so since you're not sure what to say, and I totally get that, I want to give you a place to start by giving you language here. Okay. So that's the intro. Let me also let you know I am not alone today. I have the phenomenal Kevin, who loves to come back as much as he can to be here with you. He's from our customer support team. Now, he is going to be inside of the chat, chatting with you and answering questions. And also, if you want to ask a question, you just want Kevin to hear it, you can go to the Q&A section. Maybe it's a technical question about your specific Penny, and he can answer that for you too. Okay, so no, the Q&A section's there. If you would like to see what we're talking about with captions, you can go to the bottom of the screen and click on the CC, and you'll be able to turn the captions on in a myriad of languages. Also note that be ready because I'm going to be putting language out inside of the chat during this call. Okay, so we're ready to do this. So here's the thing: inside of Penny. And remember that my Penny might look more different than your Penny. If your Penny's connected to your company's back office, it definitely looks different than mine does right here. Just know that if you have any questions specific about yours, just pop them in the chat. I can answer them for you. Okay. This is my demo. So here we have Penny. Now, Penny is going to work for you in all sorts of different ways. And you know that Penny inside of the daily actually gives you tasks to complete, things like reach outs and follow-ups for your prospects. And then for your customers, you're going to see things like a personal check-in. You might see a reconnect 120, reconnect 190, depending, or 90, 190. It's interesting. You're going to see different tasks that are going to be in there. And the tasks, if you ever forget what they are, just remember that next to the button, you're going to see a black circle. If you just click or tap on that black circle, whoops, I did a little too much. It will tell you exactly what that task is for. So know that you have that there for you. Okay. Now, the other really amazing thing about Penny is this. I'm just going to tap into Reconnect 120 and show you a little something. When you tap into your task, I'm going to tap in on Michael Cruz. If you have content inside of Penny that happens to be about what you're doing. So for example, if I had a Reconnect 120 task and I had language or content inside of Penny that I tell Penny is for those moments, Penny will actually bubble it right up here in the content section. So it's right there waiting for me, saving you time and getting you into connection very quickly. So let's do language. Now, how many of you have language that you've put in inside of Penny? I'd love to know. Pop it in the chat. If you're not, totally fine. I'm going to show you how to do that today as I give you specific language. So remember, you have different types of tasks. Now, what I did is I put together some language that really will be tasks that most of you have inside of your Penny. But if you don't, if it's not applicable, you just can skip it. I want you to also see how I've crafted these and how you're going to be able to use that content. Let me just slide over here. I'll have the desktop to show you as well, but here's the language. Now, what I did, I'm going to move this way. What I did is I created thank you language for any thank you task. That's when someone orders and you're thanking them for their order. I created some language for you for the box opening, for your check-in, and for your reconnects. And we'll go through each and every one of those. Okay. All right. Y'all are quiet. It's like you're getting ready to do this. So let's start with a thank you task. And what I'm going to do right here, first thing first, is I'm going to pop this inside of the chat so that if those of you who want some language, I know I was saying all month, if you come live, you get language. There it is. Now you should be able to copy it. You should be able to copy that and paste it wherever you are. Let me show you what we're going to do with that. I'm taking that language as well too. And I'm going to do this on my desktop, but you can do it on your app as well. So don't forget about that. I'm going to come to the left-hand side of the screen and go all the way down where you're going to see content. I'm clicking on content. Okay. Now, once I click on content, I'm going to come to the add feature that's about 2/3 of the way across. See where that green circle is? Over there. I'm going to tap on add. And when I tap on add, I'm going to click add content. Now, for those of you, I'm gonna have to move my screen just a tad. For those of you who are on let me just move it this way. On your app, I'm gonna show you exactly where that is, and then we'll go a little further. Give me 1 second. All the things, all the places, we'll put that there. Okay, so if you are creating content on the app version of Penny, what you're gonna do, you're going to come over to the add button. It's the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. You see it right there at the bottom where the green circle is. You're going to tap on add. And yes, Crystal, you should be able to copy from the chat on the app. You're asking me, wait, let me get that right. Can you copy from the chat on the app? Yes. Are you on the phone or are you on the computer? If you're on your phone and you're watching on your phone, you should be able to copy it and then bring it over. If you're not, you're going to have to, you're on your phone. Okay, great. Yes. So you should be able to go to the chat section of Zoom and go ahead and click and copy that language and then take it over. Let me know if not, Crystal, and I will personally email this language to you later. Okay. I want you to have it. You're here live, you get it. Okay. So if you're on the app, you're going to go to add content. It won't copy. Okay, Erin, I will, and I'll put it up too as well so you guys can see it in a moment. Add content. And when you tap on add content, then you're going to come to the bottom right-hand corner of your screen and tap on skip. Okay, because we're going to put in some language here. Okay, so I'm going to come to my computer. Let me make this a little smaller so you can see it. And pull it over here, because this is where we're going to be living. Now you'll see it says choose content. What I'm going to do is go ahead and go to the bottom of the screen, which I just made bigger so you can't see it now. Hold on. Oh yeah, I'm cracking up at myself. There it is. You see the skip? I'm going to click on skip at the bottom of the screen because I'm not doing anything. Yeah, good, Erin. I'm so glad. Yay, Chris, I'm so glad you have it. Awesome. And the reason I skipped it is because this is just language. I'm not putting in any video or pictures or PDFs. Okay. So this is a thank you script. So I'm going to type in thank you. Now, y'all, before you go any further, what I did with the script, and you'll notice when you look at it, is I made 2 of them. Let me just read them for you right here. Okay, so one says, hi, first name, which we'll fix that in a second. Congrats on getting the fill in the blank product. And thank you for your order. And the reason I did that is this. Okay, it's a little into my psyche of all my direct selling experience. We often say thank you so much for your order, and saying thank you is fine, but I want you to realize that when you say thank you, sometimes it makes people, when they order from you, because they're ordering from you personally, feel like they're doing you a favor. And you never want them to feel that way because your business is real and it is a business. So yes, you want to politely thank you for their order, but you also want to congratulate them because what they're doing is giving them something as well too, right? They're getting a transformation from it. So that's why I put that there. And then I put, my customers love this product because blank. Now, this is also good too, because you're giving validation. So it's not just, hey, you decided to get this product, it was on sale, or you got this product, great. But you're letting them know that other people are enjoying that transformation, getting that transformation. That is also a key piece of it. Now, the next thing says, I can't wait for you to enjoy your results. So I'm saying you're going to get those results as well too. I'll be touching base next week about your delivery. And then you'll see I said, do you have any questions? So that's option 1 for a specific product. So let's say you have a product and you're like, this is the product I sell all the time. Most of my customers buy it. It's like the one thing I talk about. I call those your hero products, for example. You might make a specific piece of language inside of Penny that is a thank you for that specific that specific product. So maybe I do a thank you for the specific water bottle because I know I sell so many of them. This is going to save me time so I don't have to add in the details every single time. For those of you who are very organized or you want to really dial in, you could make a specific thank you task by just copying this language and filling in the blank based on the products you know that you're selling. Maybe your top 3 products, you'd make 3 different thank you pieces of language so they're ready to go for you. Does that make sense to everybody? Let me know if that doesn't. Now, the second thing you're going to see I put here was, and I suggested make one of these for your top selling products and save it into Penny or your hero product, for example. Then the other, okay, good. I'm so glad it makes sense. Thanks, y'all. This is for multiple. What if someone buys like multiple things, right? They just bought like the whole kit and caboodle. And you're like, you should have just become one of my team members. But this language right here, it says, hi, first name, congrats and thank you for your order. My customers love these products because blank. So it's like a general, they love the products, they love the line. I can't wait for you to, and for example, you might say because they're all natural products, or they love them because the results are so amazing. They love them because, gosh, it feels so good in those clothes. Like you can, a general why they love it, and then say, I can't wait for you to enjoy your results. Now I put results. You might say, I can't wait for you to enjoy the softness of the clothes. It just depends on what you specifically have. And then it says, I'll be touching base next week about your delivery. Do you have any questions? So the rest of it is the same. Okay. Now that we've done that, let me come on over here and I'm going to show you how I do that. So I put in thank you. And again, if you know this is a thank you for a specific thing, for the water bottle, I might say thank you dash water bottle, or I might say water bottle thank you. That way I know when I'm looking for it specifically what that thank you is. Now y'all might be thinking, oh my goodness, Roxanne, this is going to take time, but I've given you language, which remember, this is language for you to start with. You can use it verbatim or you can zhuzh it up and make it your own. Either way is fine. But once you have that and you're just changing a few of the words, you really can make more than one of these and have them ready for you so that it's lickety split. Whenever someone orders, you've got that thank you task going. This is the thing. And then you're going to complete that task. It's that connection that you're having with your customers that's going to go so far. I promise you that. Okay. So down here where it says script, I'm just going to do a control copy. Oops. I have the Google. I did another copy. Let me grab this. I'm going to do copy paste. Control V or Command V right here. And now I have the language. Now, here's a little call out for y'all. See where I said hi first name? I'm going to actually erase the first name and come down here below that. A little hard to see because I have it so small. Let me make it a little bigger. Down here, right underneath your script box, you're going to see something that says insert into your script and it says first name. I'm going to go ahead and tap or click on the first name because now I put it in like technology speak so that Penny knows that when I open up that language to talk to whomever it might be, maybe it's Crystal, maybe it's Aaron, it's going to replace hi first underscore name with hi Crystal or hi Aaron. So that is the one call out. And you know what I'll do? Just in case you forget that those buttons are right there, because I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to change it here for you as well too. So it should be good to go if you forget it. But you'll know the first time you're like, oh, wait, I need to change that. I'm just going to change those high first names so that they're in Penny programming speech. Okay. All right. So then once you've done that, you can categorize the languages. Mine is in English. And then would you like to save it, the content as a category? This is a really cool moment because since you know these are for the thank you tasks, and we said thank you here, you might say, okay, these are my water bottle. I have all of my water bottle language. I'm going to have a water bottle check-in, a water bottle reconnect, a water bottle thank you. So I might make a category right here and then go ahead and click on create category. Where am I down there? And make it water bottle. So that all of, and I'll show you what happens when I do that. I'm just going to go down to the bottom of the screen. There's a little add category button right here. Now I've done that. I'm going to go ahead and save. Now, a little call out for those of you who have, for most of you who have your Penny connected to your back office, you also right here can click on add to team library. And when you click on add to team library, it is going to share with your direct personally enrolled team members, which means that then now they'll have that language. All you need to do is tell them, listen, I have a water bottle thank you in there for you. All you need to do is use it. Want to thank you, just use it. Okay. So now I'm going to click on the save, and my content has been created. Now let me go big right here so you can see what that means. Over here, you can see all my content. You'll see right here for my, if I keep scrolling, I actually have a water bottle category. Let me make it a little smaller. I have a water bottle category right here. So I have a water bottle category, and there's the thank you. So I could have all this language just for the water bottles if I know the water bottles are my bread and butter and I want to have language for that in that category. Now, let me show you what that means. We come back over here to the daily. When you see in rats, I don't have a thank you task, but let's pretend that I did. If I came here and talked to Michelle, that language is going to pop up. I know I've mentioned that a couple times, but it will pop up waiting there for me. That language would pop up right here for you. So you'll see that in a moment. Okay. So now we've added one piece of language. Now, why are we doing this? Because every time you see a task and it says, hey, your task is to do a personal check-in or to do a Reconnect 120, let's save you time and have really good, juicy language in there ready for you so that you are just like butter. It's a great relationship with your customers. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to do another one. This one I'll do on the app, so bear with me. What I'm going to do is let's do a reconnect. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to grab the reconnect language. Okay. I kind of played around with this one a little bit, and you'll see why. And I want to just point this one out because it's a little bit different in a good way. Okay, so remember a reconnect, and y'all, as we're coming to the end of the month, I want to remind you, reconnect tasks are things that are great because these are people who've purchased from you before. There's people who've tried your product before. They're people that maybe they just life changed, or they're like, I'll get back to it. And actually, statistics shows that people often don't actually take action because they weren't personally asked. Blowing, right? People, when we ask, why didn't you buy that? Or why didn't you that? Well, no one asked me. Okay, so there is fortune in the follow-up. And this is a great example of that. When you see your reconnect tasks hanging out inside of your daily, please, pretty please do those tasks. If you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for me. Because I love hearing back from you going, I got a new sale, I got a new consultant or advocate or distributor associate or beauty influencer from that. So do these reconnect tasks, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and add one. I'm going to add it on the app. Let me just go back so you remember where I was, because I know it's been a bit. We always end up we start at the daily, but where this actually happens to live is, oh, thank you, Hadass. I appreciate that. And thank you for doing the reconnects just for me. Do it for me and for your volume, but do it for me. Okay. So bottom right, left-hand corner of the screen, tap on the ad. You're going to come here and you'll see the third option for most of you will be add content. So now when you add content, again, just like we did on the computer, we're going to go to skip at the bottom left-hand side of the screen. We're going to tap on skip. Now, once you tap on skip, we're going to come to content name. And y'all, I like to talk these things out because I like to talk. And sometimes when I'm typing, it just doesn't work out. So I'm going to call this I'm just come down to the bottom of the screen and tap on that in the right-hand corner, if you have an iPhone, the microphone, and say, reconnect water bottle. Oh, that's funny. It actually typed dash. That's okay. So I have a water bottle reconnect task. Okay. So this will be anyone who purchased a water bottle. I'm like, hey, you need another one. It's time. Okay. So now select task type. That's the next option right here, right? So I'm going to come right here and tap in, and we're going to call this a reconnect. Now I'm going to call it a reconnect 90. That's what mine says. Yours probably says reconnect. Now I'll go to the script, tap into the script, and let me read mine since I can't copy and paste to a phone or from a phone to a computer. Here we go. Okay. So let me just say, hi, comma, how are you? Question mark. I know it's been a bit since we connected about your pink water bottle. And I wanted to touch base and see how I can be of service, period. Do you have time today or tomorrow for a consult so we can update the recommendations based on what you need right now? Question mark. We have some new and all fan favorite products that can help you with keeping your water cold during the day, period. I'd love to be that person to help you, period. I'm cracking up because when you read it, I'm like, that's what it sounds like. It's good to read the language sometimes too. So it was a little bit clunky, but you've got it. I've got it in there. And let me tell you why I put certain pieces in so that you can zhuzh it up and make it your own. First thing is this: acknowledge the fact. If you haven't talked to them in a while, acknowledge it. I know it's been a while since we haven't talked in a long time. My bad. Like, acknowledge that so they know. Okay. Second thing is this. I know it's been a while since we've connected about, and I like talking about, I said water bottle, talk about the product or the transformation. It's been a while since we talked about that weight loss that you wanted to, that weight loss you wanted to accomplish, or maybe gaining weight, whatever it might be, right? And I wanted to touch base and see how I can still be of service to you. Do you have time today or tomorrow? I'm like, let's do this now for a consult so I can update, or we can update your recommendations based on what you need right now. The reason I asked, hey, can we connect, is this. Because I could say, hey, do you still want that product, or are you still using it? But the fact of the matter is, if they haven't bought it in like 90 days, 180 days, they're probably not using it. And then they'll just say, no, I'm not using it. And then it like closes off the conversation. The goal is to get them into conversation so you can see what's going on with them. And it may not be that she needs another water bottle. It might be that she actually needs a blow dryer. And maybe I sell those. I just made that up. I don't know any company that sells blow dryers, but there might be one. So you really want the ability to get them talking helps you know what you have that can help them with their transformation. If you're in beauty, for example, you might say, I'd love, like, or do you have time to do like a color match? Or I'd love to connect with you and see and touch base with you to see your skincare needs right now. If you are wellness, like, how's that going? Have you been able to maintain the weight loss that was the reason that you purchased this product? How's that going? Or maybe it's collagen. You're like, how's your skin feeling now that you've used it? You want to just dive in there, right? And then see if they want to set up time. Now, listen, I said today or tomorrow because we don't have time we're not messing around with time. You know what I mean? Like, if you say, hey, do you have time next week or the week after, then it's not a priority. So that's why I say today or tomorrow. They can say, I don't have time today or tomorrow. And then you can set up another time. And then I mentioned hey, we have some fan favorite products. In other words, FOMO, other people like it, giving them some validation. But then I also said new products, because some people just love the new. Can we agree? And so I mentioned and some new products. So they can be like, wait, what do you have new? Tell me more. Tell me more. Okay. So just setting up the conversation. Now, just so you know, and I also said, I'd love to be that person to help you. It is about them. Just so you know, after you send that, you're going to get a couple of things that are happen. They either are not going to respond. They either are going to respond and say, I'm good. They might respond and say, yes, I'd like to talk. If they say, I'm good, don't have time to meet, that's okay. It opens the door for you to talk to them. And now you can start asking them more questions and go back and forth. Remember, if they don't respond, and I know when we send it, we want a response right now, by golly gee willikers, just know that you're re-engaging that communication with them. So if they say, I'm good, or you don't hear back from them, my recommendation is to set up a task to talk to them a month later, because now you're re-engaging with them, and you know that you don't want to stop over and over again. So just at the end, when you complete your task inside of Penny will ask you when you want to do the next reconnect, and you say, I'm doing it in a month. Okay. And that will work, because that's great. Because if you have something new, you can say, hey, we have a new product. Okay. So let me know if you have questions about that. But now that we've done this here, I put in my language, I am going to come back here to the tippy top. So I'm going to tap into the box, and I'm scrolling to the top because I have that hi, and I like to put in that first name. So I come down here underneath it where it says insert your script, and I'm going to tap on first name, comma. Okay. So now that's in there. Awesome sauce. I'm going to scroll. And as I scroll, you'll see category. I can tap on add category or select on my options. Whoops. And I can go ahead and choose. Let me pop that in. Water bottle. Make that category, have that category in there. So it'll be in there. And if I want to add to team library, I can do that to share with my directs. Okay. Then I'll click on save. It will be saved and it will be in the content library. Now let's do a little something. I'm going to come back over to the daily, to my tasks for the day. And I'm going to head on over to my Connect 90. I have 27 of them, which is an opportunity to re-engage people. Love it. I'm going to tap on Mary. When I tap on Mary, ta-da, do you see what's right there? Reconnect water bottle is sitting right there waiting for me. So if I see, because I can also see what she last purchased, if I see she got that water bottle, by Jove, I'm going to talk to her about the water bottle. And you can see right in here, I have that content. If I tap into that content, you'll notice it says, hi, Mary, how are you? It's been a while since we connected about your pink water bottle. And the language is there. I can change whatever I like, but it saves me time. And then all I have to do is go ahead and share. Bottom left-hand side of the screen will share it. I can share my content. I can send a text message to Mary and send that note to Mary so we can talk. Okay. Now, I wanted to show this for a reason as well, too. I would not make a text message much longer than this. I would not make a Facebook Messenger message much longer than this. This is as long as I would go. And it's good to see what it's going to look like, because oftentimes we want to just tell them everything. And we tell them everything. It's like, oh, that's too long. I'm not going to read that. This is as long as I would go with the language. Just a little call out to y'all. I know we want to say it all, but we have to do it in spurts. All right. Oh my goodness. Time is flying. We have 2 minutes left. How did that happen? So, but I feel okay because I know you have the language. It's sitting there waiting for you. Little reminder, when I come out of this and I come back to Penny, I'm going to see that pending right there. Mary, I went to go talk to Mary. Penny knows I left Penny. Penny knows things happen. Squirrels happen. Reels happen. I get distracted. So there's that pending to remind you to complete that task. If I come down here and tap on that big button that says complete, right here, I can choose a time. I'm going to choose next month and then schedule that right there. And there you go. That's when I'm going to add my notes and tags. Please lean into that. I know you've heard me talk about that before. That's how you're going to remember what, oh, good. I'm so glad, Erin. That's how you're going to remember what you talked to them about last, or what you want to talk about them next time. So I might say, talk to Mary about, I don't know, the container, the water bottle holder next time. Okay. And then you'll do the tags and you're good to go. Okay. So I want you to know that you've got this, and Penny is here to help you alongside it. Put your language in there. Now you might think, oh my goodness, it's going to take me so long to put language in. My suggestion is this: when you know that you're about to do a task, you can put the language in right there. Last thing I'm going to show you with my 30 seconds is that when you go into a task, like for example, this personal check-in, and if I go to content right here, you'll see that it says a couple things. One thing says create new content. You can literally put create new content. I hear you, Crystal. You can create the content right there inside the task. So what I showed you to do like one-on-one, you can do it right here, and you can add that content there for you. So you can do it in the moment. And I like that, because then it's like, as you're doing tasks, you're adding content as the task comes up, and you don't think I have to spend a whole day putting content in. Okay. All right, y'all, it is that time that I stay true to that 30 minutes unless we have an interpreter with us. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'm so glad that you found this helpful. The recording will be up on the YouTube channel. And by next week, go back to where you went to Penny Workshops. We're going to have the new workshops up for May. We'll be there. Okay, you all, and let everybody know about these. We love being here with you. On behalf of my team at Penny, as we say, every day is a big day. And I know this is a big day for you. Take care, do your tasks, use the content, and really work on and let Penny work for you with your red carpet service for your customers. Take care, everyone. Bye.